Hello, welcome back, Transformer TCG fans. Okay, I'm not gonna play a boring solo player game for y'all, but I've played these two teams against each other a few times, at least three, maybe four. The first two times I had a deck of 40 over here with, I thought about the right cards, but not really. It's a mostly blue deck. This is a mostly blue deck. As you can see, a phase, or maybe you can't, a phase shifter. It was in here. A lot of my D counter stuff. There's the laser cord. There's one of Buddy's energy shields. Destructive counter, Autobots. Swindled, because they're all Decepticons. Energon Axe, Tainted Matrix. Just one or two field communicators for Flame War. Dark Matrix, armed hovercrafts, a couple of floating thrones for the Matrix type stuff to get triggered and whatnot. I'm trying to condense this sort of a game summary in about 5 minutes or less. I doubt it'll happen. But these games have been really fun. They've been a little long because they're both heavy on the blue side. Well, the last game I played, in the first couple of games, Tripedicus never combined. I don't think you can see anything above the playmat, but they never combined. The last game, I went and I'm like, okay, yeah, I know, I'm playing by myself, guys. But I went in and I found that a lot of my, like, Scrapper Gauntlets, Blast Shields, and some other stuff, and some old decks that I just never use anymore. Here's a, Smelt, Blast Shield. Internal Diagnostic is one that I created. That's white and black. When this defends, before flipping for defense, it's an upgrade armor. Scrap 4 off the top of your deck. This gets tough 1 for each upgrade scrapped. And I'm thinking, well, crap. This is perfect for these guys. Because I'm scrapping my cards. And if I never got to use this, but I used it in the last game, but I never got to use it. But that could have given me 4 counters on the stratagem. Only could find one of these. Gave them Bashing Shields. There we go. Bashing Shields, Scrapper Gauntlets, and Blast Shields. Yeah, there's a Bananas because it's for beasts only, and they're all, well, 2 of them are beasts. And I realized I could have made Tripedicus, should have given him a beast trait on here too, and I just didn't. I just forgot. So, and he can have 3 traits. I think a Titan or combined mode can have up to 4 traits, actually. Melee and Predacon. Boom, that was it. He should have a beast trait, and I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to change it. I just forgot. Bananas, I only have 1. Maybe this is the only one I've printed out. Bananas is like cargo bay that you can, put 3 on a truck. And this was because of Optimus Primal. I wanted something to be able to put on him that was similar. Of course, put on beasts only. Utility. The upgraded character has +1 attack for each bananas on it. Up to 3 bananas can fit in its utility slot. Do you remember this? This is hilarious. And it is the bananas Optimus Primal was looking at sometime in Season 3. The one time we really saw him in his monkey mode as Optimal Optimus. So a lot of massive interference. If your opponent plays a secret action, scrap your opponent's secret action. I really like this. I had forgotten about this one. Dismantling Claw. So a lot of cards deconscripted, which is I don't get the orange on here, but I get the black. We get the Pierce. One of your characters defends, your attacker's armor returns to their hand. They scrap their utility. So it's still a scrapping something or other. And I'm like, hey, I'll put it in here. It's just the one. So I ended up finally getting up, and it was near the end of the game. It came down to Windsweeper and Tripedicus, and it was a very close game. It was very fun. It was a little bit long. All my little solo games tend to can kind of go a little long. I finally got them down to about 15 minutes or 20 to 15 minutes. But when you have two blue heavy decks, it takes a while if you're all by your lonesome. So there is that. But it was extremely fun when these games get this close. It is really fun. And even I had a few of the normal kind of good crap cards, like Handheld Blaster. I had like a Handheld Blaster or the improvised shield on somebody, and if you flip Ramhorn to his alt mode, you can scrap an upgrade from one of your characters. If you do 1 damage to an enemy character. And then I think it's Tripedicus allows you to, when you flip to his alt mode, you can scrap an upgrade on any of your characters and repair one from this. So I was able to do some of that. And I had one of these, something like that on Ramhorn. So I flipped him to alt mode, was able to scrap this and do damage to somebody and put it, boom, a thing on my counter. So this works. I think 9 is the magic number. I'm going to test it some more often. Internal Diagnostic might be a card I might need to go back to and say scrap 3 instead of scrap 4. That is a little high, especially when utilizing a gimmick, something as such as this. Or maybe reveal instead of scrap. But I may leave it as scrap. And this is just a really neat card. I wish it was a little brighter. But just some neat stuff. And in the last game of Abominus, Tripedicus finally combined and beat them. And like I said, it came down to, I think Windsweeper had maybe 5 health. No, wait. No, 4 health. Yeah, this was his health right here. He had 4 health left. Tripedicus had maybe 3 or 4 health. I mean, it was head to head. It was really good. It was really fun. They had a lot of the D-counter stuff. They just had, like kind of what I showed you, a lot of regular cards, but just a few in here. And the Floating Throne may make somebody a leader, but it's a good defensive card, but I don't think there's any Matrix type stuff in here. I think I just had it in here, excuse me, for the defense, because you get +1 in defense and tough 1 off of it, at least. Of course, if it's on a Megatron, then your other characters get +1 to defend. Or no, +1 focus 1, that's right. You can get focus 1 off the Floating Throne on a Megatron. The Tainted Matrix, I think. So that's over here, actually. Let's look at all these real quick. There's the Laser Core. Now, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, that's my 25th store. Okay. The Buddy's Dark Matrix. When this is on a leader, each of your other characters has Bold 1 and Pierce 2. Boom. So, yeah, you're going to need, if it's not on a leader, you're going to need the, there's my Tainted Matrix. It gives your other characters +1 to defense. And at the same time, when whoever uses this battles, you have to damage them by 1. The Floating Throne. Once you get a Floating Throne on somebody, then boom, the leader's traits trigger off these 2 now, or even the original Matrix of Leadership. To where if you have a Floating Throne on a 5-star whoever Autobot, then they can wear the Matrix of Leadership, and you can get the Pierce and Attack off of that as well. I think this is a really neat card. I've been playing around with it all over the place. I may not be doing ships. I may not be doing zones. I may not have completely... I have been... There we go. I may not have been completely integrated my battlefield cards how I really want to yet, because I just got to finish them. And I made like over at least 80, if not over 80 battlefield cards, and I really want to get back to those. But that's really all I have right now. Yeah, I went over 5 minutes. I went 10 minutes. But I'm up against the wall. That could have just been me. But wow, it has been fun. This is the stuff works. It seems to integrate fairly well in with, yeah, look at there, crash landing. A lot of neat things, and I was able to get the phase shifter on somebody over here with one counter, and then they vaporized it and got a notch on their belt over here, on their stratagem. So that's all we got. Just really fun stuff, guys. Really fun stuff. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. And as always, throw some scraplets at that like button if you really like this video and you're enjoying the content, whether you're an old hat Transformer TCG that thinks you're watching me just for the entertainment, or for the sake of the actual fresher, newer cards as we try to keep the game alive, as well as just, I'm just trying to share what I'm making if y'all want to use it. And I really appreciate y'all following me along since the days when I was just drawing stuff and hand drawing templates. I look back on that and I'm thinking, boy, that was really embarrassing. What was I doing? But it's all still out there. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Autobots, transform and let's roll for it.